So Loki, Half-Light, Mayor, potential of Lonelywood. What do you do?
Said you said Jux.
Oh no!
No,
I said the
Jux was
last
the
person.
last one
Yeah.
who rolled,
Yes.
Oh,
which
wasn't
means
this
it
the
left
turn
it to
that
me.
I used to dry off? That's what I thought we just said. Or is this another?
Might have been.
It might have been. It might have been. So in that case, it would go back to the top of the round. And Novakri, you are up.
Okay, doke. Let's go with the Yada. You need healing, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't know if any amount of healing is going to save anything. If this thing hits me, it's like, oh,
We're dead.
yeah,
It does
right.
hit like a truck. It
So
does
it's
hit like.
like, you know,
Okay, so I'll go ahead and dissonant whispers on it.
Good, good move.
yeah.
That or seduce it. One of the two.
Uh,
those, those are
it's
the two
possible.
options.
So
Um,
DC 15 was
all right, wisdom save coming up.
DC 15 Wiz is what
That is a
Loki took
failure.
last week.
That is a failure.
so he runs away from me. Triceratops, Ziada, both get op attacks
Okay, so he's. Does he take off now or on his turn?
now.
All right. So
I don't know if I want to take an op attack against this.
it
fucking
does.
thing.
It does hurt. It does bite back when you do attack.
Yeah.
Um,
Actually, hold on. Move here and then to toss it so that now um, Harvest and Loki have attacks.
you would think that, except instead of running away, it dives back into the water and disappears.
Does the Triceratops at least try and hit it?
Oh yeah, both Loki and Ziada can both take a attack of opportunity if you want, because it is fleeing.
Glad I
And
can snipe it.
the Triceratops does. Was it rolling? It would have to do a stomp attack, so it's going to roll +9 to hit. D20 +9.
Oh, come on.
It's a
Oh,
1.
no. Wait. Loki.
I don't think Loki's re-gotten his rolls yet because nobody's taken a long rest.
Oh, not important.
Reaction.
Oh.
Reaction to share my luck.
Oh.
Yep.
Does it provide a new roll number or is it a new roll?
The new roll.
Okay.
The re-roll. And you have to use it even if it's a 1 again.
Well,
Just one.
That is a
There's
20 to
one
hit.
and one. There's 2 ones.
Yes, a 20 will hit the creature. And Triceratops Stomp does 3d10 +6.
Jesus.
As it should.
Right.
For a total of
9. Oh, shit.
no, those were for 10 damage. For 10 damage
I was
to the
only
creature as it runs
joking when
away.
I said 9. I was hoping to jinx it, and I kind of did. And it's like, nah, that's a 10. Perfect. It's not 9, idiot.
All right, Novakar, you moved there. You intoned your magical spells, cast your whispers, force the creature to flee from you. Actually, real quick, I also have to roll 3d6 because that's how much fire damage the Triceratops just took. Takes 5 points of damage.
Oh, that's what kicking your ass, Kev? The fire damage?
Yeah, I came up and I like in one of those fights where it's like I wasn't able to hit anything except once. And it's just like, wow, I'm rolling like suck tonight. And then last week it's like I come down, it's like bang, bang, bang. Fire, fire, fire. Shit. So I'm like,
right.
Yeah, we'll see what I do end up doing tonight.
So Novakri, you did that. the Remoraz that would go next, the Mama Remoraz, she's taken off. She's headed out. It is the Triceratops' turn. I'm gonna make the Triceratops roll a perception check to see if it notices the other Remoraz. It totally notices the other Remoraz. It's got a movement speed of 50 feet, but the water creates some issues. Why am I doing this? Go back here. From here.
Is it charging?
It's gonna attempt to charge, and even if if it steps out, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, it's gonna be able to make it. I'm gonna say for rule of cool, it can do this. It runs over here, kind of submerges itself in the water a little bit, and gets an attack off. A charge is a gore attack, which is a +9 to hit, and does 4d8 +6. Let's roll that d20. That is a miss unless somebody wants to spend another portent.
I don't have any portents.
No portents for you then. All right, so that is the Triceratops' turn. It goes to Ziada. Ziada, moving out of the water will take a double step, but once you're out of the water, you can move normally. Also, you're
Alright.
soaking wet.
1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. I think what I might do is also head over there. Just kind of stay along the edge.
A little double move action.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you zoom over there. Any additional bonus action or anything? Was the double move your bonus action, or did you move?
No, I'm not. I'm not that. I'm not that slick as a little
Not that
rogue.
roguey.
Yeah. Nope. No, I remember the spiritual weapon was the thing I did before with my bonus action. I was like, I do have something else, but I kept doing shield bash. But yep, nope. That's all I got. Actually, wait. You know what? Oh, I don't have the ability to do it right now. So, no, we're good.
All right. We are then going to go to the Remoraz that was just attacked by a Triceratops, and it is going to try and attack back. See if we can do this. This actually would be really cool if it does this. Did it just roll it? Oh, what the heck was that? Oh, because it rolls everything at once. A 24 will strike and do 10 piercing and 4 fire damage to the Triceratops for 14 points of damage. And the Triceratops looks like it almost might have taken enough damage to almost be a third of the way down, maybe. Oh, we're gonna do this. The next Remoraz, because there's more than one. Mm-hmm. Their movement is... It's only 30 feet. All right, so this one's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Get into the room right about there. Roar. And then 5, 10, 15, 20 is going to rush over and get in the face of you two. But it can't do anything because it double moved. And it is Harvest's turn.
Awesome. I'm thinking. Thinking we might just go with a disengage.
Little sweet disengage action. Whoop.
Yeah. For the time being.
Come on, polymorph into a Razmatazz yourself and fight it.
Yeah. It's like, I don't even know. What is this? Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Not polymorph. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
wild shape. That was
I
what I was
know. I was like, yeah, oh, I saw the. It's like right druid stuff. Oh, I don't know, cause it's not something where you where this is gonna be melee attack. Certainly. And I also don't want to just let this thing have an attack of opportunity. So yeah, disengage and start moving. Guess we'll go this way. I suppose.
Okay.
And I don't know that there's anything else. Yeah, I don't know.
I think as a bonus action, can't she do the healing spell, like healing word or something, if you want to try to give that out to somebody?
I feel like, still the same sort of thing where it's like yeah, these things are gonna fucking one shot us. And then of course you can't hit it back because that would be mean. So I think that's all. That's all for now.
Okay. She moves there, and it goes
She
to
needs to get
Jux.
Eldritch Blast so I can start using that. Easy decisions.
Jux, you've seen the large monstrosity that was in this room that was lighting things up, as it were, has just disappeared into the water in front of you. The bubbling and the boiling and everything seems to have sort of abated, and some of the steam is starting to cool, and a chill starts to come over the water. You see another one of these creatures rushes forward, gets in the face of Harvest and Loki, and Harvest goes, I'm going to step out of this, runs over by your side. What are you going to do?
Shoot it.
You have two
Let's
options,
see.
because to your south, there is a giant Triceratops fighting another one as well.
Yeah, I know.
Approved by 4 out of 5 doctors.
Triceratops attacks? Sweet.
Let's see.
Are you so Jux? Are you shooting the one that's by Loki or the Triceratops?
Loki.
Loki. All right.
Da, 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 da.
A 15 will hit, and so that is 13 points of damage. Good with a strike.
All right, but that was not
Oh, that
the
was
Eldritch
Witch Bolt.
Blast. That was Witch Bolt.
Nice. So as long as you maintain concentration, you can use that every round as a bonus action, correct?
As an action,
As an action. Okay.
but it's an automatic hit.
That's gross, but also very cool. Which actually, that's kind of a low roll for damage for a 3rd level Witch Bolt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm not saying that in a negative way. You now have a power cannon that just goes off automatically every round. So great on you. I looked at it and I was like, nice, because we never get to see Witch Bolt in full effect. And then I
Yeah,
realized,
but the problem is you have to maintain sight on it, and if he goes underwater for even like half a turn, it's done.
Well, why did you tell the DM that?
Because I got my ass burned on it too.
All right, so Jux, you cast that spell. Bonus action. Can you bonus action Eldritch Blast yet?
I don't think so.
All right. Goes to yet another Remoras. And this one's going to pop out over here. It can move. Let's just see, because this will be fun. Yeah, it's going to run up and get in Ziada's face. But it was a double move to get there. It can't do anything. Loki. Mayoral candidate. DR 4917. What do you do?
Surprised. This thing, it was this one that moved, right? From over here. Right before me. That's good that this thing can't attack me. That's good. I thought I was going to be dead as soon as saw that
As
one.
soon as you got back up.
Disengage as a bonus action. Hiding behind Jux over here. That'll be good. What to do? Oh, I don't have. I think I need to just stick with the bow.
Remember, if you want to do sneak attack damage, there are 2 foes there that you could do sneak attack damage to.
Yeah. Should help Ziada. Okay. Yeah, I'll aim for this one.
.23 is a hit. Whoa, nice damage. You take a, like, I imagine like it's frills that are like fluttering like the acid spitting dinosaur. You just like pierce through one, it rips through its back and pops out the other one as you do a considerable amount of damage with that hit. Anything else you're going to do?
Bonus action, move, attack. No, that's all I can do.
All right. We are back to the top of the order. Novakri, you are up. You got rid of the big guy, at least temporarily.
Yeah,
Or big lady, I should say. But the kids have moved in.
Big Mama. I am going to drop a hypnotic pattern to catch the 2 northern Rimeraz.
Okay. Is that going to catch Ziada at all, or is it just them?
It's a 30-meter, 30-meter cube, or burst, or whatever that is.
Okay. All right. As long as you can make your box and it doesn't affect her, then that's fine.
Yeah, I can get it without getting her. So they need to make DC 15 Wisdom saves.
All right. Here we go. Wisdom saves. Roll 1. Roll 2. I got a 3 and a 17. I'm going to say the one that's north, because it's the first one to my left, rolled the 3 and fails. The one that's in front of Ziada rolls a 17 and saves.
Okay, so the one that has the Witch Bolt on it next round is going to take damage.
It doesn't take damage this round.
No.
All right. And then the one that's saved, what happens?
Absolutely nothing.
All right. So you pull out your cosmic glow stick. Zombie Nation starts in your head. Oh, oh, and you cast this spell, and
Someone's
some
I get
getting
one of
craziness.
excited about the Bruin season.
Well, I mean, I just see it says a glowing stick of incense or a crystal vial filled with phosphorescent material. That's a glow stick. That's exactly what that sounds like. You just pulled out to make this happen. So, all right, cool. Anything else on your turn? You haven't moved. Bonus actions.
I'm probably want to go ahead and kind of get back towards the back.
You know, you know that this. I'll hang on. Let me go over here so I can do this. You know that this right here is another one of those icy like tube slide tunnels. You know that this is a way that you haven't explored, but it seems to be another way out of the room. This way clearly goes through a bunch of bones and leads to another steaming pool where more Remoras have come from, and then to the north there's another exit up here that no one's explored, and then this is the tunnel or the tube that you came through.
Well,
All right.
And then the Underdark that we were told about is this way, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. All right. The Mama Remoraz, after a turn from Dissonant Whispers has happened, she's not still frightened, correct?
no.
All right. So what I'm going to do with her is I'm going to make her make a.
But she
I'm
has
gonna
to
make.
use her full movement to get back into engagement.
Oh yeah. Well, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to. She's got some other things to think about. They don't have a high intelligence, but they do have some intelligence, and I'm going to make her make a check. So she is confused for this round and is doing something off stage that you guys can't see. So that was her, and it goes to the Triceratops. The Triceratops is going to um, attempt a stomp attack, which d20 plus 9. That is a 17, which is a hit. I'm on the wrong thing again. Yes. 17 is hit. 17 is a hit. And then the Triceratops is doing 3d10 plus 6 for that. So I can roll back down. 3d10 plus 6. Still a 1 in there, but way better this time. Doing 16 points of damage. And that Remoraz's feet, like a couple of its insectoid feet, just get crunched. That sound as it comes down in the water. That's the Triceratops' turn. It goes to Ziada. Ziada, what are you gonna do? You also might be muted.
Yes. So now I will say my plan again, which is not really overwhelming, but it's just gonna dodge.
Okay. Granting you a +2 or 4 to your AC
Disadvantage when things try
with
and attack
dodge.
me.
Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. That is an action. Are you doing anything else?
No, I don't. I don't want to test out the this thing's ability to try and roll two times yet. So I'll just
All right.
sit here and try and provide sneak attack for the time being.
All right. Goes to the Remoraz that's in front of the Triceratops. It's going to try to attack the Triceratops with a bite. And a 12 will not hit, which is too bad because that was a shit ton of damage. That would have been 28 points of damage. But the Triceratops has an AC of 13. And that was a 12 on the die, so that is a miss. It goes to the one that rushed in over here. It's going to move 30 feet. How far can it get? Oh, yeah, I can get there. So it's
It
going to
can't.
move.
Can't.
Oh, no, that's the one. So hypnotic pattern. What happens on its turn?
Stands there drooling.
Just and it takes damage, you said?
No, that's whenever Lux comes up with his witch bolt.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so it stands there going blah, 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 blah on itself, and it's Harvest's turn. I also a giant insectoid dragon beast drooling on itself is a little horrifying.
It's just too bad that it's immune to fire damage, so that it doesn't, drool on itself and hurt itself.
Yeah, it's like sizzling, but it's not doing much. Yeah.
Let's see. I guess we're gonna go for the time being. Yeah, just right there for now. And let's go with a longbow at... And there's no marks on any of these guys at the moment?
No marks. If you were to judge who'd taken the most hits, the one that is directly in front. Actually, hold on.
I'd imagine the Triceratops.
Yeah, the one that's actually in front of you right now has taken the most, or seems to have taken the most.
All right, then let's go with that one. We'll go with a longbow shot at that guy.
16's gonna hit.
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. And with that, put a mark on that one. Boop.
Woohoo! This is super easy now.
You notice that as this arrow, like instead of like passing through its frills and its back, like what Loki's dart did, this one sticks in its side, and as it roars as it stabs into it for 11 points of damage, the arrow itself ignites and then just turns to ash and falls down out of it.
Man, that one was the one she was trying to keep too.
I wanted that one.
Oh shit, that was my special arrow. But yeah, that's it.
All right, Jux, back to you. What are you doing?
The only thing I can do, damage.
Holy shoots!
Could do
22
more,
points
it's
of
just-
damage against that guy?
That's fine.
Well, again, that's why when you rolled 13 on the first one, I'm like, was that low? That must have been low.
Yes.
I think you, unfortunately, I think you only roll 1d12 for the ongoing ones.
No, he cast it at 3rd level.
I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that true?
On ahead, the target takes.
Guys, you have to stop giving the DM reasons. Yeah, here's why Witch Bolt is bad, and here's why it's even worse. All right, guys, this is bad enough.
This is the one thing people complain about it online. They're like, hey, there's so many things. Make it stronger.
I just don't understand. Well, I mean, it almost doesn't make sense. So
rule of cool. You can do it. You can make it cool, Tom.
You know what? No,
be a dude. Don't be a dick. Be a dude.
I'm not going to be a dick. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to say roll a d3 or roll a d6. 1 and 2, you keep the 8. A 3 and 4, you get the 12. A 5 and 6, you get the 2.
Shit.
You get the 2. All right. -2 damage. All right.
Move.
And it's a full action to make it do it again,
right.
And it's only a d12. That seems like that's like taking spiritual weapon and making it terrible. That's horrible.
Punitive weapon.
On the H.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I thought it was just going to be like a concussive blast every time, not.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I took it.
Sorry to ruin it. Mike and I really needed to ruin it for you. I'm sorry.
No, you
Look,
didn't.
That's
Loki.
that's the only reason Kevin invited us to the game, to ruin it for Chris.
Right.
To ruin it.
Oh
We're
my
going to ruin it
god.
for each other.
I was like, Tom, you know someone to play? I know some people too.
Let's do this.
Does he like it? He won't.
We're gonna make it not work.
Yeah, because that's weak. Because then it's like your whole action is just
Yep.
spent doing that. I mean, it's guaranteed, but like,
Yeah, it's pretty
Man,
easy to
which-
stop, so it should be.
I just
and
want to
it's-
read. I just want to
it's
read
not
out
even
loud.
it's a sucker say. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
I just want to read out loud what Google response about Witch Bolt is it a good spell. Witch Bolt is a borderline useless spell.
Once
Well
once
said,
you find
Google.
out about it, it's just like, oh, that's okay. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
it's one of those spells you look at and you go, "Oh, that is so cool." Then you use it and you get burnt.
yeah. Once
well, if
once,
you get
once
like,
you actually start reading all of the things and how they work, and it's just like,
if you
fuck.
get
So
burnt
it's just
on the
Eldritch
first
Blast.
one, yeah.
That's it.
If you get burnt on the first one, like like that's why it would be a good sucker save spell, right? Like if you miss on the initial attack, you wasted the spell.
Right.
But if you hit on that first one, now you've got this like power cannon to use. But apparently not.
Make
No.
it good. Tom, allow the first roll. Do it. Please.
All right, so you used your action and you witch bolted this thing for 2 points of damage. What else do you do on your turn, Jex?
Nothing.
Lot.
I mean, you can move if you want to move.
I don't want to.
I don't wanna. All right.
No, now that I know that's all that this does, Jux, let's sacrifice him.
All right, the Remoraz that's in front of Ziada that passed its save on the hypnotic cube is gonna try and take a bite out of Ziada. Does a 15 hit? I know it
No.
doesn't hit. I'm a little upset because if it did, I would have just done you 33 points of damage. But it didn't
That's
happen.
okay.
Oh well, wait. Actually, you know what? I only rolled once. I didn't
I
roll with
know.
disadvantage, but I
know.
I'm,
So even if it had hit, it was like, well, let's see. What's the
Do it
second
again.
die?
do it again.
Fuck.
All right.
A
So
crit.
that one misses. That one misses. Loki, you're up.
Okay. Gonna move further away from the one to the north. Just a bit, even though it can't move close to us right now. I know. More arrows. 17.
17 is a hit. Yeah, and you're
Yo.
shooting at the one next to Ziada again.
Yes.
All right, that's a hit. Oh Jesus! Goddamn rogues.
That's maxed. Thank you, sneak attack.
So I got to put another mark on this guy as you drop him well below the bloody mark with that. At this point, I imagine you just aim up at the sort of like cone shape ice at the top of the cavern that you're in, and rather than pointing at your foe, you shoot up the arrow fires up, glances off the ice, ping, 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 comes back down, magic bullet style, and just lands in like this thing's frontal lobe. It kind of goes cross-eyed for a minute, still up, but that was an incredible hit.
All right. Very good.
So it's like the Michael Jordan and Larry Bird commercials for like, they were playing for a Whopper.
When they were playing pig
like
for a Whopper, yeah.
Horse.
Right. Off the scoreboard. Off
Didn't
the ice
didn't
field,
those ads
into his
end
head.
with Charles Barkley just eating their Whoppers?
I think so.
Could
I
be.
think it was.
Well,
See,
well,
from
McDonald's
Philadelphia, you just
Whoppers.
eat food. Oh, all right, Charles.
That's terrible. This food's
Terrible.
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 It's all fast food. It's all terrible.
All right, Novakri, you're up. What do you do? Battle incoherently to yourself. Okay.
Hey, right now, sometimes that's all you got.
I make sure I can do it, so that way I know what I'm trying to make my opponents do.
What is my character doing? This. What I just did. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead at the wounded Razmatazz.
Saving throw against that? Yes or no?
Yes,
What is it? Con or
wisdom.
wisdom? All right.
God.
That is a failure. That is a 4. So
10
that's
necrotic.
10 more points of necrotic damage, which they are immune to. I'm kidding. They are not immune to it.
Fucking mute everything. CR5 my ass.
CR 50. We forgot the
And
zero.
so I'm gonna say with that
Well,
hit,
you
we'll
don't
drop.
count 0.
We're gonna drop him to critical. That was a great hit.
Poor guy.
Another great hit. You guys are dealing some serious damage. All right, so it goes back to the main Remoraz. I'm gonna do this. I want to check this out. See what we get. All right, with this, there's like a almost like a mournful call or like a cry from somewhere in the caverns around you that kind of resonates and seems to vibrate throughout the cavern. You can't really tell where it's coming from, but all 3 of the Remorazes that you guys are dealing with right now, the young ones, kind of like look up and turn, and in turn create this thrumming or like hum sound from the back of their throats, like in return. And that's what you see on that one. It goes to the Triceratops turn. Is the Triceratops going to stomp? Yes, the Triceratops is going to stomp. With
Fuck
it.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
Nice.
All right. So,
Homie, don't
what?
say that.
bitch.
I'm just going to do this. 6d6 plus 6. That's what it is. No, I'm
Homie,
sorry.
don't play
It's
that.
I'm sorry. It's 6d10 plus 6. My apologies.
Crush this fucker.
For 41 points of damage, 2
Nice.
ones, but 110. Wow. Holy Triceratops. I did not plan on you guys having a Triceratops, but you guys do.
Well,
And
once Phelan ran out of, other spells, she realized her true power.
she's like,
As a
I'm just gonna,
Triceratops.
I have one of
She's
these a
just
day.
anime character.
I have one of these a day. We're gonna do. All right. So yeah, that guy is now he's now wounded. I'm sorry, he's now bloodied, I should say. All right, Ziada, you're up. There is a critically wounded Remoraz in front of your face.
Yeah, well. Dodge.
Okay. All right. And no bonus action? Nothing else?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. The Remoraz that's in front of the Triceratops looks around quickly and then grabs 2 or 3 of the ovid-shaped snowballs that are floating in the ice in its mouth and then dives into the water, burrowing away. As it does that, the Triceratops will get an attack of opportunity.
Get it again. Get it again.
Seriously.
Well, it is a hit, so it will do the 3d10 plus 6. 18 more points of damage. However, that is not enough to myrtleize it, and so this one is now gone. As the big one left, anyone who can like observe this, the big one leaves tunnels akin to what you guys slid through. The small ones leave tunnels that are like what you see when like a mole runs through your yard or something like a mole, right? Like so you see these like burrow patches and everything, but there's not a hole. It kind of collapses behind the creature as it moves through because it's not big enough to create something that has longevity. The one that's up here is the one that nobody's around. It too grabs a few things in its mouth and then disappears. And it goes to harvest. Kevin, if you're doing stuff, tell me what you're doing.
I did not know. Is it harvest? Because it was still on the Razmatazz.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that harvest ran away. It's harvest's turn. Yes.
So harvest is gonna move up here, and I didn't mean to cast mending at all. I just wanted to see it, and I was just like, oh, cast. I was like, no, oops, double click. But right here, I am gonna cast poison spray. Holy shit, what's happening here? Okay.
All right. Con save.
A con save, yes. Oh, nice. The good.
That is a
the good
15.
ones.
Does not make it.
So that's 17 poison damage.
All right.
Back.
It is looking real bad. Hang on, I just gotta double check something real fast. Yeah, no, it's looking real bad at this point. As the poison just flies forward and hits this thing, its skin starts to get pocked and checkered as bits of the flesh kind of like just burn off as this poison engulfs it and then moves on, evaporating. Its breath is ragged. Its eyes are kind of lolling to the side. It lets out another one of those like thrumming calls, and Jux, you're up.
Oh, we'll just go back to Eldritch Blast.
Pew pew.
There's a reason why warlocks only do that. It's because it kills the thing.
17
All right.
for 8 points of damage is not enough to kill it, but it is a hit.
That's right, I got another shot.
I know you do. A 19 is a hit. With 13 points of damage, it had 3 hit points left. How do you slay this young Razmatazz?
I don't know. It just explodes in a violent
Eruption of
heap
viscera and gore.
Yeah, that too.
All right, so Splatterfest style. This guy is dead. But before we start to celebrate too much, I'm going to need some Constitution saving throws from Ziada, from Loki. No, Loki, you've already taken care of yourself with some shaped water. So from Ziada, and who else was in the water? The Triceratops as well. So the Triceratops.
There's no amount of time for Loki to come over and.
So what I'm saying
water.
is, as you guys realize you've won, the passion of battle resides and stops. And that's when the reality of the world around you sinks in immediately. So when you guys were on boats battling a plesiosaurus in Bremen, you had to make checks for anyone who fell into the water as soon as that happened. This one, I let the fight go until it ended because you were next to the hot water springs. But because the Ramarazes are no longer there,
Let's send it.
these caves have gotten colder, colder, and colder.
That's a 20. I don't know why it didn't send it.
That's a 2. The Triceratops, being a cold-blooded lizard in an ice cave, starting to show some signs of maybe not being in the appropriate places. It takes one level of exhaustion until it can get warmed up. And then anybody who can or would like to make me a nature check, and I will be right back.
Low key, if you could start, getting some of that water off.
You got it.
I think myself.
Sorry, lizard.
Triceratops. Oh, nice. There we go. Another dirty 20.
This thing is not proportional. It just looks cooler that way.
Oh, okay.
It looks cooler, not squished up. But I think it's supposed to be 10 by 10. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. It's gonna take me 12 seconds to dry it instead of 6 seconds.
Yeah. I'm surprised that the heat just completely dissipated. So
You know, it's fucking cold, I guess.
yeah, that's not untrue. That's fair.
Oh, Ziada, a 20 and then a natural 20? Nice.
Yeah. Harvest got a dirty 20, and then Ziada really must have noticed something.
must have really helped it along. So roll me a d6. You can either do it as Ziada, you can do it as whatever. All right. So you maybe it's Harvest, maybe it's Ziada, whoever it is, notices that there's about 4 of those like oval, ovid, whatever type rock shapes left in here that you realize are Remoraz eggs. Yep. And these things are worth about 500 gold pieces a pop. You could also potentially raise a baby Remoraz. They need to be trained. Frost giants do this regularly. You also know that an interesting thing about Remoraz offspring, etc., is that they're young in they can hibernate. I can't speak. They can hibernate in their eggs the same way that frogs will hibernate in the mud during the winter, right? But they have to be warmed for a specific amount of time before they can hatch. So all of these eggs were being warmed to be hatched for an even larger brood of Remorazes. When that creature called, it called to its young to grab as many of the eggs as it could to leave so that it didn't lose its offspring. The eggs themselves weigh approximately somewhere between 25 and 60 pounds, depending upon their size. And I don't know if anybody has the availability or the possibility to carry these, but I am letting you know what you find in this room.
Dude, what the fuck? Let me.
And again, they're worth 500 gold to the right buyer, right? Like if you just walk into a general store and say, "I've got Remoraz eggs," they're going to say, "Get those out of here before they hatch," because they don't want a Remoraz. But
Oh, my D&D Beyondness. Stop sucking so hard. And what was the weight?
So the weight varies on them based on their size, but they vary between 25 and 60 pounds.
Okay.
I can probably carry quite a few of them. I've got nothing.
Well, I mean, if they're large, what do you have to carry them in?
Isn't there a bag of holding someone found?
There is, which is why I was gonna be grabbing those, tossing those in there.
Plop, plop, plop.
We'll have 4 Remarazes on our side soon, and by soon
Well,
I mean in a while soon.
So a fun fact that Harvest or Ziada with your check can tell you is that Remorazes, when they hatch immediately as medium-sized creatures, but then quickly, as in within a few days, grow to large creatures that, if not immediately trained, will attack anything around them. That said, it they need to be warmed and gestated for a specific amount of time. So there's no chance that they're gonna hatch while you have them, unless you're suddenly in a very warm, like, environment, like what these pools were.
Zahir has a very warm personality.
All right, here's
Will
what
that
we're gonna
work?
do. We're gonna wait until tomorrow. We're gonna have we're gonna have Vaylin go back into the hag persona from Polymorph. She's gonna plane shift the eggs to Zahir, and Zahir can hatch and raise the eggs in the inn in Lonelywood, and then she's gonna come back.
We just go back to Lonelywood and it's overrun with these creatures.
It's just the huge Remoraz den. Everyone's dead. Everyone's dead.
Well,
Oops.
Zahir's like, I've been training them.
Yeah, and the only reason
hasn't
they
been
listen to
going well.
Zahir is because he has that like unending bowl of food that he can provide them. Everybody else's food.
I mean, that's
Right.
the first thing that I was thinking of. It's like, well, if we need to feed them, we do have the ability.
I can't help but feel a sense of pride and accomplishment that we left an effect on this world, you know?
We saved them from the dragon. We found insect baby dragons and just
here's
put them
buckets
back
of
in the world.
hamburgers and hot dogs. Try not to choke, you fat piece of shit.
We loves you.
We loves you. All right, so you guys survived that fight. I had a couple thoughts on how you might have survived it. You guys didn't do any of the things I thought of, but that's normal for you guys. So, what do you guys want to do right now?
Take a nap.
You guys literally did that maybe, I don't even know, like 10 minutes ago?
At this
mean,
point, it's been a little bit of time.
No. Yeah,
No.
we didn't actually do that because my health didn't restore, so
No, you guys no, you took the nap. You took the
No.
nap. You slid down
in the tower.
in the tower. Then you slid down the chute.
No.
No. We didn't take a second one there. No, because we didn't end up taking the second long rest.
Oh, that's right. That's
short
right.
Rest,
You
I'm
didn't.
sorry.
Short rest.
Like,
that's right.
It's we should just move. We've got stuff going. Because I would probably have been swinging if that were the case. If my health wasn't already down like 20 points.
Well, it was a so here's the thing. If just little, peek behind the curtain on this. If everybody had made their strength saving throws and not gone into the water and woken up the Mama Remoraz, there was a real chance you guys could have like tiptoed through the room, maybe dealt with one young one, and then be on your way. But two bodies splashed into the warm water. And oh, that was the other one. Did I get, because Novakar, you wound up in the water too? Did I get
Oh.
a con save from you?
Nope.
No. All right, so you're going to take 1 level of exhaustion as well. But you guys have changes of clothes that you can change into. So like fervishly, with the exception of the dinosaur, unless somebody wants to try to help the dinosaur out by, maybe prestidigitation or shape water off of the dinosaur or something, maybe you guys can
Yeah.
make that
I
get
think
better.
Loki's
Alrighty.
been hard at work playing as Dryer.
Yes.
Right.
First
And so,
Theata, Nova Cree, then
all right, so
12 seconds to dry the dinosaur. 6
okay.
seconds for the other two.
All right. So
It's
you
cold
guys,
here.
you
Quick.
guys, I'm gonna give, like, you guys figure it out. Like you'll have this level of exhaustion for a brief amount of time, for maybe the next 15 minutes or so. So do you want to just hang out in this room? Do you want to explore further? What do you want to do? 15 minutes in game time kind of thing.
Yeah, I think we still want to peek ahead a little bit. Now, which
Harvest does know. Actually, you know what? Have Harvest roll a intelligence check. Nice. All right. She knows that her eyeball came out of this tunnel and either went that way or went that way, but she's not sure which.
All right, well, I guess we'll try one way. I think we want to kind of get into position and start moving up a little bit. See about getting out of this area.
You will note that after the Remarazzes have left and or been killed, their sounds, their howls, their calls have all but disappeared, and it's returned to that same like dripping footstep wind howl sound of like variant distances or whatever that's kind of been messing with you guys from the start, that you guys hear again.
All right. If I'm gonna come up here and peek around the corner and
As you come up there, you see that there's another one of these pools that
yeah, that was to
that
be
clearly
expected.
looks like there's a layer of frost that's starting to skim across the pool that's in front of you right here.
Yeah,
Clearly,
that
it
was
was
expected.
something else that must have held these eggs in it. Um, this is another like bulbous cavern that the walls are as smooth as glass, and the top is covered in icicles that at one point must have dripped into this pool, but you can see the ice like and the little beads freezing up as the warmth that the Remarazzes had been providing has abated. Um,
I'm back.
south of the pool is a collection of what looks like oversized snowballs. You can give me a nature check if you so choose.
I can't recognize if they're eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Well, you don't think that they're eggs with that roll, and you feel pretty confident about that. But then again, that might just be because of the roll.
If I explain this to Harvest, would she be able to recognize whether or not she had gone this way?
She remembers with the roll that you got. She remembers that there were pools of like of like steaming water and like egg or oval shaped snowballs, which you guys have found in both of these rooms at this point. Um, and she remembers that there was a tunnel that led out of here. However, it seemed to go down. And from where you're standing right now, Ziada, you see two things. One, you see that there's an opening up here. Um, there is what looks like another one of those glass slide tubes right here that probably, if you had gone down that one, would have,
Yeah.
slid into
That
this
other
pool.
one.
Yep. There was an opening over here, and then the room continues down further south this way, but you can't really see what happens that way. Also, you're basically standing in what looks like a graveyard of chewed mod and sort of like rifled bones that must have been the foodstuffs that these creatures had been eating here.
Yeah, I did notice. I like that it's like the regular like dog bone, like a claw, and then I love the skull
The skull
that
really
they
sells
have.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
and it's
like
just like
my
it
favorite
is
my favorite one
definitely
is
Halloween.
this is definitely my favorite skull right there, just the two eyeballs.
Yeah, I know there's one under the Triceratops over here that I saw. That was a good one too. I don't really remember the details, but yes. Um, so yeah, I suppose we start to head this way. See if maybe as anyone else comes
All
up
right.
and maybe sees these snowballs,
Yeah, as
maybe
you get
they
as you
won't.
get there, you see that the room that you are in extends further south. There's a kind of a like an opening that comes through right here as Novakri moves up behind you. It looks like it opens further south, and you can guess that the entryway that was down here is it? Yeah, the entryway is down there. They probably meet up somewhere. Again, you also see that there's a large cavern to your west that that is right there. I'm gonna move Valinatops, Tricerolin. Tricerolin. I do like that.
Yeah, that one's good.
Tricerolin is gonna kind of just walk up behind everybody. I'm just gonna put her right there for the time being. Um, just if something comes up, so that she can move and charge, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what you see right now. As Harvest has come up, you can have her make a nature roll as far as these oval snowball things in the snow.
Ooh, but that's a one.
No, that was me. I was just
I know, but
I
that's a
mean, no,
one.
I'm sorry, Novaka, you can make a check too. But that's it.
Oh,
They
can you?
just look like large snowballs, really.
But that's a one, so that can be re-rolled.
Yes. No one's here.
I love that.
No one's
No,
here.
no, no. The halfling one is the two.
With a 12 again, they
Come on.
look
God damn it.
they look like they're kind of egg shaped, but whereas you guys were very convinced before that what you grabbed out of the water were Remoraz eggs, these just kind of look like weird spheres. Like you just can't tell. I mean, they're ice balls, but that's about all you can tell.
All right, so I'm thinking we head over this way. That's the plan, at least.
All right. So Ziada, as you move that way and you kind of like start to like look into that cave, from where you're standing, the cave appears to be empty, but it looks like it extends up to the north. Um, and so you'd probably have to get a little bit closer to see the full extent of the cave.
Kind of just.
Yeah, as you move right there, the cave appears to be empty. But do me a favor and roll a perception check.
Yeah. Is this mine? No. It's too bad. I'm like, oh, that's. I didn't think my perception was that high. It's not. But that is. Wait for it.
There it. Whoa. Well, with a 25, it looks what you seem to see is that in the ice up here, like right about there, there's a shape in the wall, like something in the ice.
Oh. Well. All right. I think I have. Yeah, let's go in. Gonna take a look there. See if anything happens or anything, weird as I'm, slowly making my way in. And then otherwise,
Yeah, no. So as you enter this chamber, apart from the kind of like the hollow echoes of the ice caves that you are in, nothing else sort of triggers anything for you except for this shape that you see in the sort of like top right corner over there.
all right, let's check out the shape. And I don't know if I want to use. Yeah, I probably won't use the great axe that I got, but I do have a battle axe that I can swing to break this thing if I need to break the ice.
Well, so the form looks a little amorphous, it's kind of like it looks like almost like a humanoid shape that's in the ice. But as you get closer to it, the definitions kind of come into more focus, and you can see this figure that looks kind of like a female that's maybe about your height. And as you kind of peer at the ice, realizing that, like as you said,
Just
like
looking
you've
at a
got the
mirror.
great axe, you've got this, like maybe there's a way to like break it out. um the figure just seems to be like maybe only a few inches uh in the ice, almost like maybe this room got melted from the Remorazes, you're not sure, and this person, this being, whatever it is, was trapped there. But it's there like maybe only inches from you. What do you do?
I mean, if I can try and break it, maybe with like the butt of the axe instead of really fully swinging. I would try and
I
do
see it.
that.
Try to like just sort of gently crack the ice and see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, so you
Awaken whatever this vampire, fucking ice vampire is.
you take you okay, so you take we fought an ice vampire. Let's get another ice vampire out. Okay.
I mean,
Um
maybe this is a nice one.
well, you know what? You're a paladin. Give me a religion check.
Oh, that's definitely.
I'm sure you invested in it.
Oh, fuck yeah. And with that roll?
So, you don't like so listen, if this was like a super evil creature like a vampire or something, I would tell you that your hackle, like the hairs on the back of your neck were standing up, or you felt some tingling or something. What you see here is you just see this form. It just seems like, like it almost seems like if this was water in front of you, it was floating in the water. But it's frozen in this solid substance. And so as you take the hilt of your axe and you bring it up and you start to hit that ice, and like it's like ka-chink, 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 and little bits of ice like kind of flake off and fly back to your face. You hit it like once, twice, three times, And as you
Lady.
start to go a little more times, maybe on the 5th swing
A
or the
lady.
6th swing.
Mhm.
What?
Once, twice, 3 times. Break out the lady.
Oh, 3 times. Break out the ice lady. Maybe it's like the 5th or 6th swing. You're starting to see like the ice is cracking a little bit, and as the butt of your axe hits, this figure's eyes open, and they are just milk white that stare back at you. And I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh my Christ.
That sounded really good. Yeah. Well, with that save, well, when you said "Oh my Christ," I was thinking of one, but the opposite. You did the opposite
Yeah.
there.
Just that's my
This
third 20 on
this
stuff.
figure's eyes open in the ice, these milky white glare, and you're like,
I
like
reflect it
like
back at
just
her.
totally unexpected for Ziada to respond this way, and its mouth cracks open impossibly in the ice, and it says, "Your doom comes." And then the figure evaporates in front of you, and it's not there anymore.
Listen, this is not the first lady frozen in ice who has threatened us. I just want us to put it right out there.
Right.
This this is not Ziada's first time of getting the icy cold shoulder from another. Just saying. Okay.
All,
I mean,
But
it happened to me a couple days ago.
so
all the
I'm just
ladies
gonna
up
put
north are
put this
bitches.
out there. You have now encountered another one of the like haunts that are
Yeah.
in the ice, and this one you did way better with than the one that you did before. Speaking of which, could you roll me a Constitution save, please?
Oh, halfling one.
You need to eat like
Okay.
now, or something bad's gonna happen.
Where's that? Good thing I have plenty of these things.
Guys, I bought like
Loki
40
doesn't count.
MREs. I've got 10 left. So do you break into your rations and eat something?
Yep, I got rid of one of my rations.
All right. Everybody else, I
Yum,
won't
yum,
make
yum.
you make perception checks, but you all of a sudden see Ziada go in this room, kind of like you hear the sound audibly of like somebody hitting on the ice, and then she reemerges, and then she comes out. She just kind of stops, and there's this moment where like her eyes kind of like get like fixated on something that's beyond any of you, and then she just grabs her pack and like rips through and grabs some rations and is like eating like the Cookie Monster eating cookies. She's like,
I yell at her. Another pale-eyed lady in ice.
Yeah, this isn't part of that, but yes.
Okay.
if anybody
Dealing with that
has
stuff always makes me hungry, though.
if anybody has knowledge arcana or knowledge religion, I will let you make a check on Ziada right now.
I've got both.
All right, so whichever you want to,
Then you can't make it.
then you
Have to
can.
pick
Yeah,
one
no.
or the other.
Whichever you have that is better, you can make that.
They're both +5.
Jesus.
All right, so with a 24, 100%, you know that Ziada is suffering from a curse
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Again?
Again, exactly. You
I-
know
I-
what? The new guy in the party gets it. He
I,
knows.
I thought you'd at least have, immunities to it or some sort of antibodies by now.
No, just disease. I do have the antibodies, but
I do like the idea of maybe role playing this out, but at the same rate, I think that if you guys have a method, that was a fun way to say it, a method or a concept of how to deal with this, the sooner you can deal with it, the better, because this is going to become problematic. Also, what are you guys doing?
curses usually are. I don't think that we want to. I don't know. Unless people haven't made checks on this and don't and can figure out what these things are, I'm thinking we go around that way.
I will
'Cause I
say that the
assume-
nature checks that were made don't seem like these are anything more than just weird shaped snowballs. And you guys, I mean, where Harvest stands right now, she is 5, 10. She's within 10 feet. Well, 15 feet because of diagonals, but like she's within 10 feet of them, and nothing seems to have occurred. So these could just be weird shaped snowballs. Maybe they're eggs you just can't recognize. Maybe they're something else. Who knows? I mean, I know, but
Crack one open and make an omelet.
They're probably like food, and it's something where it's like if we do anything with them, they'll break open with fucking
Ramirez.
frost zombies.
no, cold light stalkers. Just because they have
Exactly.
Cyclops beams, they're the best.
Right. That's what I said. Frost zombie. All right. Well, I guess in that case, if it's not really reacting there, then I think we hug the wall over here, and start making our way this way around.
Okay. As this is taking some time, somebody do me a favor and just roll a d10 for me. Okay, cool. Thank you. Jux the Triceratops, or what did we say? Velinatops?
Triceralin.
Triceratop or Tricerahopper? Triceralin? Yeah,
Triceralin.
Triceralin. That was it. Triceralin. Triceralin will wait for you to move out first.
Yeah. So a giant hole in the ground again here.
Yeah. So oh my god. Jesus Christ. Roll 20. I said scroll down, not jump up 500 feet.
The
Yes. She will tell you
forest,
that.
as promised.
Yep. She will tell you that this seems right, or maybe she had a different one. She's not sure.
Good.
You do know, and the reason I say this is you do know that back this way there was another tunnel that led out.
Yeah,
Another
to
one of
the-
these ice tunnels. So there are 2 ice tunnels. Maybe this is the way that she went, maybe it's not.
Yeah, so she went down another. Did she go down another tunnel?
She knows she went down another tunnel. She's just not sure if the tunnel in the room that you're in is the one.
Okay. I mean,
And by the
'cause
way,
it was
as
something.
everybody in the room is now taking path, then Ziad and
Right.
Harvest took to get around, nothing happens with those things. So I'm just gonna grab the Triceratops and move it up so it's not,
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
80 screens away. It's still behind everybody. I'm just putting it over here so I don't have to go look for it.
Okay, so I guess the idea is we're supposed to go down again, because that's what happened, correct?
So Harvest will say, I know the eyeball went down another tube. When it went down the tube that I went down, it brought me to a it brought me to like what looked like some battlements, and I kind of explored around and there were towers,
Right.
and then I followed that through several different things, and I found myself in a what looked like a garden or maybe a forest, and there was a little creature that was running around in the tree.
All right. Well, it's time to. This time, I think what we should do is get some rope and maybe hang on to it a little bit so that we can help each other out as needed. If any strength saves are needed as we get to the end, we can kind of hang on to each other a bit. And then, the
I will.
Triceratops is
I
gonna
will.
be on.
I will say this: that first tunnel that you guys went down was longer than feet. So that if
Yeah.
this is another tunnel of a similar length, and you only have 50 feet of rope, that's basically somebody jumps down a slide with you holding on to the end of it, and then you're going to try to not get pulled down as well, kind of thing. So, like, what you're setting up may in fact be a bunch of checks that could really F you up, or you could do perfectly on. Just letting you know.
What do you mean? I just want to make sure that we're on the same page because it's something
So
where it's.
let's say you say, I'm going to hold the end of a rope, right? Like I'm going to
Mhm.
tie it around my waist. I'm going to do whatever. I got 50 feet of rope. Let's not worry about what it costs to wrap around me. And then you're going to try to slide down this slide because it's a sheer slide again.
Mhm.
If you lower the person down, okay, great. But if the person gets down to a length that 50 feet doesn't get them to the end, excuse me, then they're stuck there and they have to try to climb up a sheer piece of ice.
Oh no, we're just going. So it's just like the last time, but this time, instead of just sliding down one at a time, we're sliding down all together, just like we did, but with a rope, so
Okay.
that we're
Oh,
all
okay.
holding
All
on
right.
to it.
So
Like sliding as
what
a
I'm
group, sort of thing.
here. All right. Here's what I'm going to say is that you have a dinosaur with you. So
The
if you're gonna
dinosaur's on her own.
if
That was why
okay,
there was
I was gonna
this.
say you're gonna tie
This,
yourself to a dinosaur
like
and hope for the best. Okay.
because we could always tie to one horn, and then tie
So
to the other horn.
so here's what I would suggest is that like okay, there's two things you could do that I'm thinking. One is you could rope each other to each other, and then it would be a group check to see if there's a like like a slide stop like there was in the last one, and if more people succeed than fail, then perfect, you stopped. And then the dinosaurs got to do their own thing. The other thing, which I think would be far more fun, is if you all tie each other to each other and ride the dinosaur down. The dinosaur makes a check, and then you guys all get a chance to maybe save if the dinosaur fails. Um, but it will be percentile saves because you're each going to have to try to find a way to help the dinosaur slow down.
I've got my ring and sapitos I can chip into the ice. I'm gonna float it.
And I can just take that battle axe that I was using and just slam it into the ice to slow
I
me and the dino down. Easy peasy.
I
I've got
also
high strength.
want to ask a question as I see various levels of dots on people, including Triceratops. Triceratops eye? Whatever. Um, before you jump down another tube, what do you guys want to do about your current health status? I say this because I'm a nice DM as opposed to an evil one that goes, yeah, go ahead and see what happens.
I mean, things are tough.
You take 30 minutes.
I feel like it's something where I mean, do we try? I don't know. Like if we should have, if we were gonna take a short rest, we probably should have done it earlier, up at the top. So it's something where it's like, if we can get some healing without really burning through too much stuff, then anyone who has that sort of stuff, let's do it. But
I mean,
I
I
know
can toss down a hut, and we can get a long rest right now.
Yeah, but with all the barbarians and everything that we're trying to break through and everything, with
I didn't say it was a good idea. I just said it was an idea.
Yeah. Oh, I gotcha. I I I I I hear you, because I'm always thinking of that hut.
Yeah, maybe we'll come up with a better idea if we sleep on it.
Could be.
I mean, a definite maybe, right? Like, it's definite maybe.
I got one thing I can do.
I mean, I can use the rest of this healing wand, not on the dinosaur, but on everyone else.
I'm okay.
I think most of the damage that I have left is I'm not going to be able to get back anyway until I take
Yeah.
like
I'm in the same boat.
kind of a
I can
rest.
only, yeah. Ziada and myself the same, unless
Yeah.
we do like a short rest.
Right.
So.
And it's something where it's like I'm thinking we might want to just kind of get down there, see what we can find out. See where we are at that point. Might be a bad call, but we still have some, we're running low, so I think the fact that I also Novakri, I also have an item that can pop up a
Well, I also have an
Liamon's tiny
immovable
hut.
rod too.
A what?
I also have an immovable rod if we want to anchor something.
And we could anchor as we're. I mean, we could tie around that, and then you can just kind of cast that or whatever as we're going down, right?
Cast what?
You can just have it like stop in the air, like you could tie a rope to it, and then as you're going down, just like down the slide, and have it like stop all of a sudden.
Okay, you got me confused.
Like you can use it to just like stop in the middle of. Because what are you thinking of using it for?
I don't know. I'm just putting it out there as one of our options. I've already said that I've got a ring of hover and some pitons that I'm just going to use to kind of dip my way down.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking with just in terms of like heals and stuff like that, if we need them. If you end up running out of spells, to not worry about. I mean, I don't know if you're going to be casting it as a ritual or anything anyway, but I have an item that would give us Liamon's tiny hut as well.
Anytime I do the hut, it's a ritual.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think we go down and see where we are and kind of just check and see at that point.
All right, so what's the plan?
I'm game with what everybody wants to do.
Unless anyone has any different thoughts or whatever, because obviously, let's heal, but at the same time,
And is this? Sorry, one more. Is this one straight down?
This is another like slide. Like it goes down, but it clearly like kind of curves like an elephant's trunk going down as it goes.
then I don't think I'll be able to pitch anything else.
I mean, up to you guys. Whatever you want to do.
It could take a really long time, but I can shape water to make it stairs.
Can shape water shape ice? It's a good question. I don't know.
Yes, it
It
can.
can? All right.
Yeah. I would need to melt it, shape it. It's like I said, it would take a long time. 12 seconds just to make a single step, or 5 feet of steps.
Well, I mean,
So
if you want to do that, your dinosaur will turn back to Valen,
that's okay.
as she only has a limited amount of time left on her polymorph.
That's fine.
I guess, what do you guys want to do?
And there were statues at the battlement, correct?
Yes, they looked like humanoid figures, maybe wizards, maybe spellcasters of some sort.
But they definitely just seemed like statues from what she had seen.
They definitely did not do anything apart from just be statues. Yes.
That was a different answer. All right. I mean, I don't know. I think at some point, it's time-wise, we just kind of have to
Go.
continue. Yeah. So,
I mean, don't forget, you did leave Dratharek behind you. I'm sure he's not going to be friendly to anybody that comes behind you. I mean, you've slaughtered most everything else, but yeah.
oh, I can't even imagine what's gonna be good or bad to anyone along the way. So yeah, I'm thinking we just kind of wanna move along.
Okay.
Again, this is a tough one, but you know.
All right, so what's the plan? You're going to go down this tube?
I
Yeah,
mean,
I think
do you want me to do as much healing as like we can before, or are we just jumping through?
yeah. How many things do we have on the wand?
So
Let me check.
the wand was at 37, and then I think you used a couple charges before you went down the slide into the Remoraz, if I remember correctly. I don't know how many.
I also
Yeah,
have
I
one
think we
potion
popped a
of
few.
greater healing and 10 potions of regular healing.
And you guys found 2 potions of superior healing. Aren't you glad I take notes? I'm glad I take notes.
Healing. Here we go.
Yeah, I think those are in
We got 21 charges left,
There you go.
yeah, I think
and it's
If-
all of it. All of it is 1d8 plus 1.
Yep. You can thank the Church of Lathander later.
make
Oh, you take a couple
make some sort of
seconds.
donation.
Divvy that up.
Yeah, I think you know we've got enough where we can kind of throw those out a little bit if we want to. Now's
Yeah.
kind of the time.
All right. If you guys take the time to heal up, which you can, use what resources that you want. Make sure you mark that down, how many charges it takes. You can throw like a sleeping blanket over the dinosaur. The dinosaur stays warm. and somebody roll me another d10.
One more for me. Wow.
Okay. All right. She's still Valen is still a dinosaur. So
And I'm going to tie some ropes, one around either of the top two horns.
you gonna ride her like a bobsled?
Well, maybe behind, so
Okay.
that it's, she can go a little bit ahead, and we can kind of hold on to the ropes and kind of hold on to each other. Maybe it'll help out a little bit with sticking together, and if we need to stop. And again, while she's polymorphed, we're gonna use all the HP as possible, as a shield as possible.
All right. Tell me when. This one is for Ziada. 3, 4, 3. It's gonna be a while. Jesus Christ. Mother. Take up all the charges. All right. 3, 4, 3, 2, 2, 3. How are you doing there? I know that you only have like half your health, so.
That gets me 17, right? Oh yeah, that's fine.
That's 6. 6 charges for Ziada. We have 12 left.
Tough that those ones are all so fucking low.
Poor Ziada.
I think the what was it, the third last one, the 1+1, that's second last one, that was the word. Oh no, there were my god, there were 2 of them. Oh
Yeah, 2, 3, 2,
Alright.
1, 1, 2. Oh, fucking great.
that's like the first damage the
Stop
dinosaur
rolling
did.
one D4, TJ.
Alright, Jux. You son of a bitch.
Oh, that's a good one.
I can't take any healing right now.
You wait, you can't? What do you mean?
No, because we had that necrotic damage that where our hit points are permanent, or at least mine was permanent down.
What's your max?
Like 75.
Currently
So
or changed?
Huh?
Are you at your max, like, lowered health now?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Then,
Alright, so you didn't spend
your
those.
character looks a lot worse.
yeah, because you're at 36 out of 75.
That's
On
56.
your character. That's
That's
56.
a
It
lot
says
better.
36 right there.
Yeah, no, I know. I just switched it. His character sheet has 56 on D&D Beyond.
So you're at 56 out of 50. Okay. I gotcha.
Way better.
And I am at 41 out of 47.
Are you dealing from any necrotic? No, you didn't get hit by the vampires, did you?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm down like
TJ
20
and
points.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I've been hit a bunch.
And
then TJ was like, yeah, I'm down 19. I'm like, fuck, so am I. Oh my god. I didn't realize that you had gotten hit like at all. I thought you were able to sneak away from that shit.
No.
Apparently not. So yeah, my plan is getting those ropes hooked around the horns, and we've got 50 feet behind the Triceratops that we're gonna kind of ride. That she'll kind of go down first, and then we'll hold on to the ropes, and be able to at least anchor off of that as needed. Potentially, maybe it won't help at all.
Oh, you guys are about to lose me. I'm dozing already.
All right. So in that case, everybody's healed up to whatever they can be healed up to.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys make a I can't even say it. A Valinatops bobsled thing, and you all jump down this tube, right?
Yes. Tricerolin.
Tricerolin. A sled. I can't do it. It's too much. So you guys rope yourselves up. The dinosaur leads first. And as it jumps down and you guys are quickly pulled over the precipice into the darkness, rushing through this cave, this one seems to slow as you reach towards the bottom. So no strength saves, no checks necessary. And as this one bottoms out with that sort of, playground-esque kind of slide where it just sort of brings you to a slow stop at the bottom, you see in front of you a grove of frost-covered trees that fill a cavern that reaches up some 50, 60, 70 feet in the air. And these trees reach up almost to its pinnacle. The floor of this cavern is a mixture of earth and ice, but by some magic or miracle, these trees are alive. Not frozen, not like petrified, but actually living with their roots digging through the ice into that earth. Their canopies are thick with frosty leaves, and the branches appear to bear purple fruit that resemble pears that hang almost like Christmas ornament. There is a low wall broken in places throughout this room that threads its way throughout the groove. And the room itself is surrounded by 6 separate exits. One of which is the slide with which you just slid through. As you get down, and I will move you guys, but as you get down, dinosaur first, there is. Actually, everybody give me a perception check. Loki, Chucks. Oh, Jesus.
There it is.
Chucks. Okay. You're still kind of, again, bamboozled by the ride down, and Novakri, you as well. But Ziada, Harvest, Loki, you see a form, and Harvest immediately recognizes it the form that she had seen before, sitting in one of these trees. The form appears feminine, medium-sized, but smaller. Not small as in a size, but smaller for the medium-sized category. And as the figure kind of peers back at you through the branches, her form appears as much human as it does tree. As
a dryad.
Right.
As the-
Harvest found a kindred soul.
the figure, yes, as the figure looks intently towards you, it reaches out and says, "Hello, travelers." And with that, I should probably move everybody down so you can see. And then we'll draw this. And then we should be able to move everybody down here. Zip, 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 zip. Bam. And the figure that people noticed is right here.
Yeah, that's probably Harvest's thing. You know, but Ziada will we'll greet her, at least. You know.
Of course, we're not rude.
Right. You're the
What do you
first
say to
thing
this creature?
that I've encountered in here that hasn't, told me
Tried to
that
eat
it's
us.
just like, oh, your doom awaits, or oh, here's a curse, or oh, roar, stab, necrotic damage, bite, bullshit. What? How
Says,
is it that you managed to continue all of this right here and not be, an evil spirit down in this hunger caverns or caverns of
Techni-
hunger?
Technically, we haven't known her yet long.
Well,
she says,
but like first impressions are key, and
You're
not biting is, a good start.
you're
well,
making
I
me
mean,
think I should do
technically,
burning hands.
Gavaroth didn't bite you. He just commanded you. That's all.
Which one was that?
The wraith that you guys fought.
Well, I was off dealing with like 4 or 5,
Kobolds, yeah, vampire
kobold
kobolds. Yeah.
vampires, which were bitey.
Yes.
So,
So she says, "Well, I, it's always been my job to watch over the grove to make sure that it grows and thrives. So that is why I live here. But I don't frequently get visitors who are conversational. So it is very nice to meet you, stranger. What what would be your name?"
my name is Ziada, and then I'll go around, introduce everyone. Jux Novakri, Loki, Harvest, and our Triceratops friend is not usually this large. Her name is Valen.
Oh, I've never quite seen a creature such as this before, but most interesting. Most interesting.
Nor have I, but it works out, it turns out.
Well, what brings you to my grove, travelers?
Slide.
Yeah. in in
Oh,
addition
oh, you
to
mean
other
the
things,
ice,
but
the
yes.
ice tunnel through which you slid? Oh, yes, very witty, you, sir. You red-faced. I don't know what you are. I wish I could know. I, what are you?
Goliath.
Hmm. These must be something new I didn't know about. Oh, interesting. Thank you. The the world, even in trapped in ice, is a world, and things change. That is the nature of, the seasons and all. So, thank you. I have learned something new today. Appreciate it, sir. Was it Jux, you said? Very well, thank you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Well, I mean, welcome to my grove. Uh, it's not often that we have guests, more specifically guests that who are, capable of talking and having uh, conversations such as this. So is there something you seek here, or what
Uh,
is your plan,
I, I
travelers?
I'm going to ask Vaylin to open her mouth, if I could, for a second, and just, either,
The orb.
yeah, grab Professor Scant, like have him drop into my hand for a bit. It's like, don't worry, you'll get him back if we're negotiating for him. Uh, that'll be, I won't steal him. It will be part of the negotiations. But it's
You're-
something where it's like trying to present. There's the word. Professor Scant, and seeing if he has the information of specifically what we are trying to look for down here, and if he might be able to provide her with an accurate description to be able to get some guidance.
so with the same demeanor that the Triceratops encountered in the first Jurassic Park movie, is there as they're digging through its butt and poop for why it's feeling bad, which is like this. Valinatops opens her mouth, and Professor Scant rolls out into your palm, a little saliva covered, but there. He goes, "Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
yes.
what the
What
gloves
would
are
you
for.
like from me? What can I do?"
We have a new friend that we've encountered that
You don't say. Oh,
yes.
interesting. Who is that? Oh, hey, hey, that would be a dryad. Dryads are fae, and fae can be interesting.
It's not gay if it's Faye.
The Fey way.
Okay, anyways, she goes, and this dryad responds and says, "Oh, oh, do you have an orb of intelligence? I haven't seen one of those in a dog's age."
Was that to the Fey?
Hmm.
Was that to the Fey that he was saying that?
No. So no, I'm sorry. Professor Scant came out covered in saliva and said, "Oh, oh, look, happy to be a help," and said, "Oh, oh, that's a dryad. They're fae. They are tricksy ones." And in response, the dryad responded with, "Is that an intelligence
Oh,
orb?
okay.
I've not seen one of those in a dog's age."
This perhaps that's what the nature of this is. Uh, we call this Professor Scant.
Oh,
He has been leading us, and based on what you said, an orb of intelligence, we have been definitely taking use of his intelligence. So I'd imagine that yes, you may be correct on that.
most like, oh, well, I mean, excellent, excellent. Well, apart from that, uh, what is it that you seek? And might I be able to bring to you, traveler? Also, um, this is my grove. It is what I've been charged to protect, to cultivate, and grow to a point at which it has crescendoed, which is what all gardeners seek to do. We wish to make all things bloom to their utmost capacity, and that
Roll for
is what
initiative.
this does.
Well, I imagine that the plants here would thrive more uh, without such an overwhelming presence of cold and ice. Although I can see that you really didn't have any trouble still managing to get these trees and other plants, or maybe just only trees, uh, to thrive in this environment. We are
Well,
trying to prevent the force that is creating such malevolent ice in this area from being. And we understand that there is some sort of power that could help us with that in this
well,
area
well,
ish.
maybe not here. Uh, these trees
Not
are
quite here.
bound here by magics that the Netherese themselves conducted, and
Oh.
the the pears that hang from them, or well, I mean, we'll call them pears because that's what they look like. These pears are delicious edibles that may in fact cause the eaters to have supernatural effect.
Are these trees of
Um,
might?
but well, there's interesting things about magic is it doesn't always work the same for everyone. And for as long as I've been here growing these these edibles, there's been variant responses, depended upon what was eaten, how many, how often, how etc. But yes, um, but yes. However, this is also a. I will tell you, friends, that this is a dangerous place. Not only
We
do
have
we have to
noticed.
worry about those that would steal the pears from those that helped craft their creation, but there are also these large one-eyed monstrosities that roam through these caverns that I hide from, as well as some uh she looks over at Harvest, some some pointed-eared fellows that are much darker skin than yourself that seem to come here and ravaging the world for
Cyclops and
secrets.
Drow. Wonderful.
God, yeah, seriously. Like, if I didn't know about the drow before I started reading, and now that I did, it's like, oh, fucking drow.
I will say this though, that if we are quiet, it does not rouse their suspicion. But
It's not really my strong suit, unfortunately.
fair. But I appreciate your concern about the dark-skinned elves, but trust me, those the one-eyed creatures I spoke of are also equally destructive, and
Yes.
they harbor around one of these corners. I haven't seen them in a little bit, but they always come back.
Yeah, less precision on the one-eyed ones, from what I've uh, encountered. So do you know much about the other areas other than this grove? Do you venture
I
out often or at all or
I do
far?
not. This is my charge. These trees are my protection. They thrive here because of the love that I give them, and I would not ever leave them.
That's fair. Now, uh, I
Isn't it a lovely place to be, though? I mean, why would anyone choose to leave this place?
that is a fair point, but there are, as you said, so many things in the world, and it's always changing. And the only way to truly learn is to go out and explore and experience it.
And
But
that's what I do here. I
some
experience these trees' life cycles. I cultivate their young. I choose the next to grow in this grove. I see the full cycle that is available to life, both from its start, its inception, to its inevitable end.
now, this is out of role playing. These walls, they are blocking vision. What is going on with these? Are these just like
They're like half walls. Like maybe at some point they were, because they're kind of surrounding these trees like this. Maybe they were a way that before the Netherese city of Yithrin fell, that
mm-hmm.
this was a garden of some
Yeah.
sort that was blocked off like this in some way. Um, but this is all that remains of it. And this dryad protector, guardian, whatever, is what has continued to make sure that these several trees continue to like blossom and live and thrive, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, would it be something that uh, are these pairs something that could be uh, something that we could partake in potentially?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what is fruit if not fruit to be taken? That said, I tell you this: these are magic trees that bear magic fruit, that bear magic gifts, but only to those worthy, and only when not overindulged. For those that overindulge will suffer greatly.
Ah, shit. This is not the time to be really hungry. What would you
hope
consider
that you don't get struck by it.
overindulging? Is like 30? So less than 30. So I'll just have 29. Okay.
Actually, if the question is asked, she says, "I have been here for millennia before the crash, and I have remained since. It is not a static number. Every individual is different with what they can take and what they can't. The fruit bears gifts, but it also bears terrible responsibility and results."
All right, so I don't want to be a party pooper, but I'm thinking this might be a good place to hang it up for the night.
I'm right there with you.
That's fair.
All right, fair enough. So you guys have found your way to this Dryatic. I was going to say druidic, but Dryatic grove. There are purple pear-like fruit that hang that you've been told have gifts, but also consequences. You've also been told that there's goddamn drow, and that there's weird one-eyed creatures running around. Problematic. And with that, we will call it a night, and we'll see what happens next week.
Have
Thanks,
a good
everybody.
one.
Cool.
Yep. Bye.
All right.
All right. Good night. Thank you, Tom.
Later.